Good morning. It's still a little bit early, I know. I welcome you to St. Paul's Episcopal Church in Weston and Transfiguration Episcopal Church in Buchanan. During these very difficult times of COVID-19, when it is unsafe for us to be physically present with one another in church, we continue to try to do the best we can, to try to be as creative as we can, and join together in this Facebook Live service. So I welcome you. I remind you that there is a chat box on my computer. It's over in the lower left-hand corner. And, typically when we go to church, we don't really talk to each other during the service, but this is an opportunity to visit, to type in your comments, to catch up with one another. And so I invite you to do that. I also invite you to mention any prayer requests, and I'll try to pick those up at the end of the service so that whatever's on your mind, we can lift your needs up in prayer and invite the whole community who gathers together to pray with you. While we're waiting to come on, I read a cute little story on Facebook this morning. It was about a frog. Frog's name was Steve Jagger. The frog went into a bank requesting a loan. The bank teller's name was Patty Whack. And so the bank teller, asked the frog, Steve Jagger, how much he wanted a loan for. He said, I'd like a loan for $10,000. And the teller, Patty Whack, said, well, that's an awful lot of money. He said, do you have anything for collateral? Says, well, said, I know the bank president. He knows my dad, Mick, and I'm sure he'll give us a loan. But he dug in his frog knapsack and he pulled out this porcelain pink elephant and handed it to the teller, Patty Whack, and said, I'd like to offer this as collateral. And she says, well, I'll be right back. And she went over to the president's office and says, there's a frog out here that wants a loan. And he offered this pink elephant as collateral. Says, do you know what it is? The bank president says, well, it's a knick-knack, Patty Whack. Give the frog a loan. His old man's a rolling stone. Don't tune me out now. Don't tune me out just because I tell a dumb joke. But I just wanted to try to lift everybody's spirits a little bit this morning and make us joyful as we come into God's presence on this. It's actually the first Sunday of Epiphany. Epiphany is a word that means manifestation, or when God shows